Hello everyone, Kolonji Murray with TaxAssurances. Just want to do a helpful video around W-9 forms. So whether you work for somebody or if you are hiring someone, there are certain questions that folks have around the W-9s and what it's for. Ultimately, the important part about the W-9 is that it reports to the IRS how much income was made by an individual. So the W-9 form helps provide the basic information to get that information to the IRS. So let's just do a quick walkthrough. So if you're doing a W-9 and you're working for a company, then at the end of the year, the company's going to use the W-9 information that you provide to them. And at the end of the year, they're going to provide you a W-2 that summarizes all the income you had. The same thing when it comes to if you're an independent contractor. If you'll notice in section 3A of the W-9 form, it goes over the fact that you are an independent contractor and you are getting paid either as an individual, as a corporation, C corporation, S corporation, partnership, or trust, or even an LLC. So you're able to provide either your social security number if you're filing as an individual, and again, an independent contractor, or if you have a corporation or a business of some sort, you're going to give them the tax ID number that you want that company to use in order to issue that what is called a 1099 at the end of the year. That again is going to summarize how much income was paid to you at the end of the year. So again, whether you're W-2 or 1099 at the end of the year, that information that was provided on that W-9 is going to help that company issue that to you so that you can have that summarized. If you're the company, obviously you're going to want that information because you're going to now need that to be able to claim an expense. So let's use a bad example. Let's say, for instance, you hire someone, you pay them $5,000, but you don't issue a 1099. The IRS does have the ability to deny you that $5,000 deduction because you did not provide them with the 1099 summarizing how much you paid them at the end of the year. So that's why at the beginning, or even throughout the process, but ideally at the beginning of the process, if you're working with that individual or with that company for that matter, you want to have that W-9 filled out. That way you have all that basic information, and then when it comes time at the end of the year to be able to summarize how much you've paid, be able to take that as a business deduction, you're going to want to have that. So again, both on the employer or the business side as well as the individual side, for everyone involved, you really want to have the W-9 filled out to give clarity about what's kind of going on. There are a few little nuances to it, but that's kind of the meat and the potatoes of it. Obviously, there's the signature part of it. I'm sitting here looking at it now. So you've got the name, whether it's an individual. Then the second line 2 has the business name. So obviously you put the business name. Line 5 through 6, that lists the address, which is pretty standard and straightforward. And then in the part 1, the identification section, that's where you would put either your social security, if that's what you want the IRS to recognize in terms of who got paid, or that business, which is the employer identification number. So you would put that there. And then finally in part number 2, you're just going to have the signature section there. So again, getting that at the very beginning of the process really helps, streamline everything, adds a great, sense of good record keeping for everyone, and make sure that everyone's on the same page. Hopefully that gives some help. Obviously, if you've got more questions, you can reach out. But until then, have a good one.